I don't know. Let me ask you something. Do you have this in your neighborhood, man? I don't know how you feel about this too. You might like it. People who start putting up their lights in October for Christmas.
Oh, I don't really care about none of that stuff. I know people that put their lights up and never took them down. Just leave them up.
Just
So they
leave
have to
them
put
up.
them back up again the following year.
Okay, what about this? What about the lights are ugly?
Close my blinds. But yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. It's whatever.
Ugly to who?
Ugly to, well, let's just say not only the ugly, but the ugly and bright. So not only can you not miss it, but it's lighting up your house. Like you can't sleep at night. Every time you walk out the house, you're getting microwaved and dosed with frequencies and shit.
That's something different. And they walking around with fucking stadium lights in front of their house. Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Now we gotta talk about it. See, because that's the thing right here. Because now it's one thing to have all that, to have lights way too bright, too many of them up there, but it's a whole other level of obnoxious when the lights actually sing loudly one of the most annoying songs that you've ever heard. Yeah, okay, now we have
What is that, chicken wings?
now we got a problem, right? Possibly.
Well,
Is it loud?
for the first maybe half hour, I'm jamming to it, but then afterwards, okay, we gotta take this off.
But the
first
yeah,
half
first
hour was dope.
Yeah. First, you know what? I'm with you for the first half hour. Trap Christmas is pretty cool. Chicken wing, macaroni, bologna, homies, people.
Wait it for a little bit.
For about half hour. That's just going on.
Jamming for about half hour.
But for I don't know, maybe 14 days later, that shit's gonna get in your goddamn nerves.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this shit.
And and that's exactly what happened, Oz. Our neighbor said, we got to talk about this shit. I've had enough. I can't take no more of this shit.
It's just after you learn all the lyrics to the song. That's when it gets annoying.
Yeah, when you don't even want to think about it, all day you thinking about chicken wings, macaroni, hot dogs, and bologna. Shit ain't got nothing to do with Christmas. They got the nerve to put Jesus on that tree when they talking about hot dogs and chicken wings.
That's what Jesus loved.
Jesus looking confused, like what the does this have to do with me? What your wings got to do with me?
I have nothing to do with this. Do not come at me.
So the neighbor finally came over. He says, you know what, I gotta go. Somebody gotta go over here. Somebody gotta go over here and let these people know how stupid they are.
This kind of sucks, dude.
Oh.
It kind of sucks. Now, I don't understand your childish need for attention, celebrating every calendar holiday.
So they do this for Easter. Okay. They do this for Arbor Day. There's a fucking tree out there. Chicken wing, hot dogs, and bologna.
Oh my God.
They do it. MLK Day. There's a MLK out there. Martin Luther King out there jamming and shit. This neighbor's had enough. And you know what I like about this? I like that my man, he went over there, didn't open up. He didn't give no hello. No good evening. Ain't nothing good about this shit. He went straight to it. No, he went to, you know what? You suck.
He's tired of it.
You and this bullshit sucks.
He can't take it anymore.
He can't take it no more, man. I mean, look, listen, as we said, that song ain't got nothing to do with Christmas. And once that shit starts basing for days, it's keeping people up. They got a hot dog up there. It's one thing to have an annoying song, but to illustrate the shit too.
I'm down with that bass drop. I'm like, it's going on. But I hear, and like you said, cause I love his opening. It sucks, man. I was like, what? He just went straight to it. It sucks. You suck too.
That was you right, man. There was no hello.
Words.
No, how are you? May I? No, not even. May I talk to you about something? No, he went straight in. This sucks.
This kind of sucks, dude.
is, let me ask a question right here, and I will ask this of you, Ms. Mia. I will ask this of you, Oz.
Sir.
I will even ask you, Chad. Maybe we should take a poll. I don't know. As a neighbor, let's just say you were living close to this guy. Not even across the street. You're just living close. What do you know? Maybe a door down, or maybe you're across the street, catty cornered or something. As a homeowner, Oz, how do you feel about this?
Well, I mean, take it as this isolated incident right here. Yeah, you go over there, especially if it's like this all the time. You got to go over there and say, hey, man, I love the enthusiasm. I think it's fun, but can we cut this down from, I ain't going to tell them not to do it. But if we could keep it between these hours, it'd be great. People trying to sleep here, going to work, yada, yada, yada. Try to be diplomatic about it.
Yeah.
But
what about
if it sounds like what it sounds like, if this fool's doing this all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even going to go I'm not going to knock on the door. I'm just call the cops or something. Involved at that point.
This is the moment cops, I tell you, go ahead and shoot that guy. You get over there, It'll be all right.
If I can hear it from my living room or something, like, fuck that shit. I'm not taking that,
Yeah, that's when it's getting intrusive.
Yeah, like, I don't have to listen this all day long,
Yeah, it ain't like it's, a quiet version of "Oh Heavenly Night" or something, They playing a trap song about chicken wings and hot dogs.
No.
Yeah, Chad, I want to see how you guys are feeling about this. I'm gonna take a poll, but I like to read some of the things that you have to say. Let's go. Boy, the dog just farted.
But again, if they just started playing it, and it's when would you go over there? I guess at that point. Half hour in, an hour in, 20 minutes in? When would you say, okay, enough is enough? Would you let them get away with it for the day? Like, all right.
Yeah.
All right, what's it for the day? You got it out for the day. Would it be the next day? When will you go over there and be like, listen, motherfucker?
Yeah.
When you do that, because again, this is still your neighbor.
Yep, that's true. Here's the chat. The chat has this to say. Chat says, one guy says, you know what? I'm with them. I'm busting some windows. I think you mean you're going to bust his windows. Yeah, people saying, F that guy. Nah, you right, Mia. Neighbor could have been a bit more tactful. Man, he's probably tired of that shit. No, look at that. The chat says, shut that shit down. Mm-hmm. Along with your Colonel verse up here.
Shit, Fergus, I love it.
Yeah, there it is, man. There it is. They even got their own villain, man, the Hamburglar.
Yeah, nobody wants that shit. After 5 minutes.
Somebody says a pair of kitchen shears will solve the problem. That's Sir Siphon. Yeah, somebody said it's time to go over there and pull the plug on that and cut some wires.
But when? I understand that, but when do you cut the pliers? When does all this activity happen?
I don't know.
Cuts on?
Nani Anan says I'll be going to jail that night.
Like, after 15 minutes, violence is definitely an option.
Yeah, somebody says I'm throwing a rock. So far, people have named weapons. They have to say, I'm throwing a rock. I'm using shears. I'm gonna go over there and shank that guy. I would egg that house. So this guy's not probably making any friends in the neighborhood. So it sounds like you guys are all pretty much in agreement that the neighbors probably, from what we've seen, we don't know the whole story.
Sure.
But if we would take this at face value. Guy's being a dick.
How do they sleep in their own house? This one's playing.
They probably dance all night to that shit. Who knows?
Well, listen, they trying to make the local news. That's all they try to do.
Yeah, that's true.
They try to do with all that noise and all that nonsense. They trying to get the local news to come over. This house is celebrating Christmas a little different this year. That's what they want to hear.
Exactly.